it's been a while since I make a video like one of these. So this video is going to be talking about something that's been going on in the Xenoverse community on Twitter that revolves around on something that I just saw on my Twitter feed, and I wanted to make this video about it. So before this video starts, please do not go harass anyone in this video. Do not send them death threats. Do not send them hurtful messages. Just don't do that. Any of it. Because I do not want my channel to be a site of drama or a hate campaign. I just want this channel to be drama free. And that should be it. So, one day I was scrolling on to Twitter, doing my usual stuff, listening to some music, and I stumbled across a Twitter post that was from one of my followers on Twitter named Frederick's Son. And he made a post that he basically took a screenshot of a familiar user that I recognize. And that Twitter user I recognized was known as Lucia. If you don't know who she is a Dragon Ball Xenoverse Twitter user that I know from Twitter. And I like one of her posts. I sometimes retweet her posts, and yeah. And also the reason why the screenshot of her post, which was posted like 3 days ago, as of me making this video, Frederick's Son posted the screenshot of the post that she just posted with her replying to a user that has as his name censored, and basically that's because he does not want this user to be mentioned in his video. In this post, that's what it was probably going to say. And he said, "This is her reaction when someone tries to have her back or support her like any decent person. Effing ridiculous." So when I actually read that, look at the post that one of my followers posted, I was so confused. The only Twitter post I was talking about. Another Twitter, some other Twitter users quoted on the exact same tweet, and not like 3 of them at least. But the one I will be talking about further is by a post by Joe Nori. And Joe Nori is also a person that follows me. And he made a post that he quoted on his Twitter page, on his post, and he quoted, "People in my server had talked about her and had particular behavior of both her and her friends. If necessary, I might make a dress what I did to Kingzilla if I see more of this crap, but for now, I give him a chance." Now, if you don't know who Kingzilla is, I was gonna make this video, make a video about Kingzilla, the person who got exposed for using AI, just like the same way like Mother Earth did. But I kind of scrapped that video because apparently that I really think that I do not. I think like reposting the post onto Twitter is just simply what it needs to get a response out of that. And most importantly, a lot of people see this is where some people have some issues between Lucia. Wherever they interact with her, Sometimes it gets sometimes, I don't know, insults, which that might allegedly happen. Sometimes they have reports of them getting blocked by her and other stuff. But for me, I don't have against Lucia or basically have any issues to her friends at all. And no hate to Joe Nori since I also follow him as well. But to be fair, and when I actually see that post that he posted, I quoted on that tweet and said I hope that this doesn't start another drama, because I that it does. We already know that the entire Twitter universe community will be end up talking about this user, and most importantly, this will become like, I think it might be become like a bigger thing, just like the way with Xeno Coffee got exposed way back in March 3rd. But the way how that feels on that particular thing to the Lucia drama, it makes a lot of sense how it cannot be compared between the two. So, like I said, I really hope that it doesn't start or another type of drama. So some other people began to show the replies. Even Frederick Song and Frederick Sen, the exact same guy who original posts, actually he replied to the guy, lied to Nori, and warned him and he notified him to warn him if there's going to be like any something happens, and because they can smell drama coming, which I can smell it too, because yeah. Most importantly, it didn't take for long until Lucia, the person that was mentioned in the post, decides to basically to respond to Gerald Nori's post, but by telling him that he does not know what's going on behind the scenes, and said that Frederick or anyone else will try to falsely accuse her or on things that are knowing behind the context on it, which remains unknown to this point. What goes on behind the scene between Lucia. Nori began to want to tell him that Joe Nori, the person who made the post, replies to her and tells her to basically explain the context. And like I said, she only made twice. She made one in the reply that she kind of explained. He doesn't speak roughly, and she understands the point of view. And also she said there are things that happen between him and certain people that she doesn't assume that she hates, that she only hates people like that. Well, there are different sides between each other stories, other stuff, and other stuff like that. But there are some times that she made. There are times if there is something going on behind the scenes, we might so we can probably know what was going on behind the scenes between her and some other people. And her second reply is basically tell her that he's saying that that Nori wants to know after he allegedly talking BS behind her back instead of talking directly to her. He then would go on and reply that there is context behind the scenes and he would like to know what it is to have a more clear judgment over the situation. And he also says that he knows that she complains a lot. But she replies that he rather believes what tells rather between her rather than making his own opinion. And that's why she won't explain. Which to this day, we really still do not know what's going on behind the scenes between Lucia. But after seeing that she's not going to tell her what actually happens behind the scenes between her, he gives up and ends the conversation, and by saying if she explain anything, that she then don't start complaining when someone screws her over. And she does her reply, ain't no one saying that go entertain. And what I think about that, although it sounds like that she doesn't want to explain anything publicly, which is actually kind of the stuff that I basically do not even know. No one about what's going on behind the scenes, Lucia, which I may not know. But if there was a time that she will explain it, then she will. She might tell what was going on. Maybe if there is something going on behind the scenes, then she needs to let everybody know what's been going on behind the scenes, so they can let everybody know. Like I said, I do not want to cause any drama or some sort. Let's just let some people know what's going on behind the scenes. It's just that simple. Anyways, there's also another person, and that replied to Gerald Norrie's tweets. A user going by the name of Twilight Jessica, which is a user that I also follow on Twitter, made his or her response, which I'm not sure if Jessica was one by a female, male, or a male, but I was going to refer to them as they. They said that they don't, if they don't like her or them or their behavior, then they should move on somewhere else. Which that usually stuff. Norrie responds to Jessica's reply and says that he says that if there any necessary drama every time he exposed someone for their actions and behavior, and it was not necessary. Jessica then responds with the reply, and I'm not going to read what it's going to say, but it's got to be no hates to Twilight Jessica, but it's kind of bit one of the worst ways to. It's probably much out of context because it was just them probably, I don't know, something that what a toxic person can say. But to be honest, no hates to Twilight Jessica. And I'm not sure that he blocked him, or probably he's still continuing to reply. I don't know. And also, although they have not responded with a post of their own yet, Twilight Jessica posted a post that was made by their friend. Now, I will not mention their name on Twitter, in this video, because I do not want this video to be a turn of harassment. But they were talking about people bringing up their friends into drama, which that is a current thing I can't agree them on. Bringing their friend into this drama is just kind of it really is another way how to settle things. It makes things worse. Only thing I can agree on. So there was also one. Now, after General Ori was finished talking to Lucia and Twilight Jessica, he made a post that he's making a new dread coming soon, which I don't know if this dread will be talking about the two that he was talking to in the replies, or it might be a different person somewhere else. But it's good. I think the first option would be it. I have some theories of what this dread might be. One, it might be talking about oh of the about the truth about Lucia and Twilight Jessica that probably expose everything about them. Or theory number two, mention how there might be some tensions behind the scene between the two. Or three, it might be the same thing that he exposed King Zilla for, where he made a dread on him, which is like, I think that was months ago. Yeah, I think it was months ago. So yeah, and also, but that's just one of my three theories because it has not been confirmed of what is General Reed's going to make. And also, before I end this video, that yeah, sometimes I do not like when drama is start on in the Xenoverse community because there are so many types of drama that has been plaguing the Xenoverse 2 community for, and it just got so bad to the point that it's just making me feel like I want to leave this community. And when I do that, I will have a sheer hatred between not only the game but the entire not only the Xenoverse community but the entire Dragon Ball community as well. Fortunately, I won't do that because I love Xenoverse 2. I love the Xenoverse community. And I also love the Xenoverse community. I also love the Dragon Ball community. But I don't like when drama gets started every single time that people try to, like, do their normal activity and stuff. But overall, what I'm thinking about the Lucia drama, well, I think it's probably because that although it might be a kind of bit complicated to say the least, nothing else to say, because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes between her friends, but that's going to be my conclusion. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, formerly known as X. As always, this is Tomas Mathis signing off. I'll see you guys later, and have a great rest of your day. My fellow Time Patrollers, and peace. Okay, before I actually end this video, there is something else I have to say. Right after I was almost finished editing this video. Before I edit out my outro and basically was about to render and get posted onto YouTube, a quick thinking. Remember when I said in the video that Nori was planning on making a new dread soon? Well, I decided to go on to Twitter and talk to Nori myself. So I talked to him. It's going to be talking about the Lucia situation, which was going to be about the Lucia situation where Lucia was accused of hating on people and basically sometimes he's blocking people or cutting out and stuff like that, which I already explained in this video. And he replied to me by saying he tried talking to them, but unfortunately it didn't work. So that means that Lucia and Twilight Jessica kind of did not agree. did not try to come up with a response to them. So it confirms my first theory that he is planning on making his first thread onto YouTube. So yeah. But anyways, that's all I gotta say for now. And like I said before, I'll see you guys later. And I hope you guys had the rest of your day. Farewell, my fellow time controllers, and peace.